Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a Brilliant Businesses podcast. My name is Nick Bryant, and I'm very pleased to be joined today by my good friend, Neil Simmons from TM Recruits. Hello, mate.
Hi, Nick. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good.
Are you ready? We had a little bit of a blip.
We're ready to rock and roll.
That's good. So, a little bit about TM Recruits. They're a recruitment company, obviously, and they offer an innovative recruitment service providing candidates to companies and jobs to candidates, which is pretty simple, really. There's a lot more to it than that, of course there is. But let's start off by talking about how the year has started for you. What's recruitment like at the moment?
Yeah, do you know what? The last few years in recruitment have been really amazing times, actually. Yeah. Post-pandemic, it's how we talk nowadays, isn't it? It's pre and post-pandemic. Yeah. But post-pandemic, the recruitment market was fantastic. And we sustained that for a good sort of 2.5 years. And then last year, it just started to slow down a little bit. But actually, for me, it just normalised. You know, we had people who had been working for us for a good couple of years and had never really had to do a great deal of sales because there were vacancies everywhere. Yeah, right. And there was a whole host of reasons for that. You know, the pandemic, there was the government bounce back loans that went out to the companies, and because the downturn wasn't driven by finance, it was driven by the pandemic. Yeah. Companies still wanted to grow and still had that real hunger to increase business and increase staffing. Now, coupled with Brexit, it just made for a big sort of combination of reasons that met the, if you like, the perfect storm for the world of recruitment. So we had great times. Yeah. And like I say, we train our team on a weekly basis, and I picked up some training material that we hadn't delivered for a good 2 or 3 years because we just hadn't had to do it. So the job changed a bit last year, but so we got through last year and it was fine. It was a solid year. This year has started fantastically well. January for us has been very kind. February's looking pretty good so far. So long may it continue. Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it, how going through the pandemic, some businesses thrive, some people struggle, depending on what industry you're in. Obviously, recruitment went really, really well. But now it's almost like it's gone back to normal, is what you're saying, really, but sort of pre-pandemic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And what I would also say, though, is that it was good post-pandemic, but recruitment wasn't an industry that you wanted to be in March, April, May of 2020. No, sure. You know, like everyone else, we suffered. We suffered we suffered badly. However, you know, we're quite a long way away from that now. So the last year for us as a business has been pretty kind. We've had we're big on developing our team. You know, one of the things that we hear from the candidates who we interview is that they're looking for career progression. In fact, it's the number one of the most important things that people are looking for. Okay. So we're really conscious of that, and we're really conscious that we want to keep our people. Staff retention is absolutely crucial for us. So we have competency frameworks in place that allow our team to know exactly where they're up to in their career with us and what the next step is and what they need to do to get to that next step. So within the last year, we've had 5 internal promotions, and 2 of those were Ellie Snuggs, who's been promoted to operational director or operations director, right, and also Emma Moss, who's now director of legal recruitment, which is really exciting. You know, we've been going for just over 9 years now, and to bring 2 people onto the board with me to assist with group decisions, training, and everything else, it's really exciting.
Yeah, that eases the weight off of your shoulders as well, does it? I mean, obviously it's still your business, but having other people that you can talk to at a higher level about stuff.
Yeah, completely. Yeah. And, you know, being able to delegate and share some of the responsibilities, and more than anything, have different views and different approaches on things. Yes. Rather than just, you know, what's in my small head.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say what's in their wage packet, but you said that. So there's obviously quite a few recruitment agents out there in the local area. which could be competitors of yours. And so what makes you different for a staffing point of view?
Yeah, it's a good question, because it's tough to stand out. However, the staff retention for us, I hate the word staff, retaining our team is massively important to us. So we've tried to challenge it, and what I've tried to create is an environment that I would have loved to have worked in myself.
Okay.
So we have some traditional sort of great benefits like free parking. Town centre parking in Tunbridge Wells is pretty tough to come by. So, it's got to be worth £1,000 of anyone's money.
Definitely, yeah.
So we've then got healthcare. We've got hybrid working. So there's 1 day of work from home per week. And generally, we've got a lovely supportive team, as well as having our competency frameworks and opportunities for career progression. There's a supportive team, and any time that people have got questions, issues, there's always someone on hand who will bend over backwards to assist, advise, and help. And recruitment's a tough role. The resilience levels have to be high. So to have good people around you to pick you up and give you some encouragement, or share ideas when we're stuck, then that is also massively helpful. I guess the big one for us is the 4-day working week. One of the reasons that we did bring it in was for attraction, but also for retention. The 4-day week, it's working well. And there's not many people that do it, and to get a day back to be able to have that as potentially a leisure time. All right, a lot of guys tend to dip into their work because they know their desk is active. And if something big is going down, so if they've got an offer to go out or something like that, then it's in their interest to do that. But what the team say is, but I can do that from the beach, the park, wherever I might be. But the 4-day week has really, really helped us. And I think, health and well-being, again, recruitment's a tough, demanding role, and it can be stressful. So to get that time out, to be able to relax and do your own thing, it is completely priceless.
Yeah, it's valuable, isn't it? It's funny how they call it a 4-day week and not a 3-day weekend. I haven't thought of that before, just thinking about it as you were saying it. But yeah, I said earlier, I did a podcast with an employment lawyer at the end of last year, and we were talking about how difficult staff retention is, and because people do get poached, but if someone takes a call and they get offered a bit of salary, but they really love where they're working, which is obviously what you do, they're going to stay, and that's really important.
I completely agree.
Something you said to me earlier, which is actually a testament to the way you've run the business and how people develop within your firm, is that, did you say 5 of them have just bought houses this year or got mortgages? Or
four of them have got onto the property ladder, which again, when I started the business, obviously I'm in the business to grow and develop myself, but actually being a part of somebody's career and helping their lives to change for the better, that's really special and really important,
isn't it? So plans for this year?
So we've got big plans to. So we've got our specialist divisions of law, accountancy, automotive. And then we've got our generalist divisions covering the TN and ME postcodes. And what we're looking for this year is to get strength in depth for all of those divisions. But we have introduced contracting within the automotive sector. We're making good ground on that already. So it's exciting. It's a bit of a watch this space, but it offers our clients one more thing. We've already got permanent and temporary recruitment for the automotive market. We've now introduced contracting to that as well.
That's exciting. One thing, a few things I wanted to ask you. One was a bit about what inspires you and what motivates you, because you mentioned your business has been going for 9 years. It's shown tremendous growth. You've got 20 staff now. Is it 20?
Pushing that way.
Yeah. You must draw on someone's enthusiasm or advice from someone, a mentor or. Well, got any of those?
I guess as well as my family, my mum and dad were a big inspiration to me. My wife Chloe, who I think actually suggested recruitment to me in the first place, and has really been behind me all the way, and actually has got her own business and started that quite a few years before me. I suppose you've got those people close to you. And then, during my career, I've had some amazing managers. When I left school at 16 and went to college, but in between all of my holidays, all the school holidays, Easter, summer, half terms, Christmas, everything, I did football coaching. It was soccer schools in West London, affiliated to Queen's Park Rangers. And my boss there was a really amazing person, a mentor, a kind of almost a bit of a father figure outside of my family, and he really inspired me to not just set up my own business, but also to do things with complete respect and integrity. And he is still someone that I've looked up to for, obviously I'm once you get to your late 20s like me, it's all right, I've got a little bit more than that. But he's someone that I've often thought about, and I have started to write a book about all of the jobs that I've had. And I did this big section on Queen's Park Rangers soccer schools, and in particular this chap Peter Ryan. And Peter is someone that I've always thought about, and I hadn't seen him for 20 years. And in between Christmas and New Year this year, I knocked on his door.
That's amazing.
And he still lived in the same house. He answered the door. Fortunately, he was there. Invited me on we had a cup of tea, and he was exactly the same. He was still this inspirational character, this heroic figure to me.
That's really nice.
And actually was a lot slimmer than he was in those days as well. Yeah,
that's not what you expected.
No, but he's just a really nice man, an amazing manner, and somebody who's impacted my life so much. And actually, I was able to say that to him as well. Which is something I'd planned to say for years, but never got around to it. So aside from that, we're members of the Recruitment Network. I work with the CEO, James Osborne, Gordon, who's his right-hand man, or they're partners in crime, actually, and my business advisor there, Ash, as well. So those guys are massively inspirational, as are all the other members of the Recruitment Network. There's hundreds of members, recruitment business owners, and the whole concept is that we try and do recruitment in the right way, with the right ethics, the right morals, and share best practice. So that has been amazing for us and helped us to take things to the next level over the last 2 or 3 years that we've been members.
Yeah, wow. That's a lot. There's a lot there, and I like a lot of that, especially going visiting that old manager, because something we spoke about earlier is some managers that you've had over the while just don't inspire you. They can be difficult people to work with, but when you do find one like that, you never forget it, do you? You never forget it, especially if it's as a young man in a young work environment. I've had it myself, and I'm actually giving me an idea of maybe trying to find one of mine and knocking on the door. I like that. Every now and again, you send me a WhatsApp picture of you like that, with a celebrity or a I don't know, some sort of entertainer or something like that. Tell me some of those, because it's like you did the other day. There was Roger Daltrey, and then there was I can't remember all of them, but you do it every now and again. Yeah. So it started as a bit of fun, really, and I'd bump into celebrities at different events. We went to. I was a VIP guest at Soccer Aid many years ago, and we met a whole handful of different celebrities, and we got pictures with them. And then every time I saw a celebrity since then, it was just a case of let's get a picture. You annoy them and say, "Come on."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So there's a lot of my friends that call me celebrity stalker, but but it's great, and I've met some brilliant people over the years who, you know, once you take away that stardom, they're still great people. So Roger Daltrey, great guy. We turned up at his place for a quiz night down at Lake Down. He's got lakes down there, fisheries, and there's a lovely brewery there as well. And I didn't even know it was his. We pulled up and my friend said to me, of course you know who owns it, don't you? It's Roger Daltrey. Next thing, he's walked around the corner. So I was straight over. So yeah, Roger Daltrey was brilliant. Meeting Suggs, who was a lifelong hero of mine. You know, my first record was Complete Madness, the album. And my favourite song, and I guess I would have been about 6 years old, giving away my proper age now, was Baggy Trousers. So that was all good stuff. And recently met Davina McCall over the years. I met Eamon Holmes at the Times of Tunbridge Wells Business Awards, and he was probably one of the loveliest celebrities I ever met. And just to sit down and have a chat with him about football. I've got family in Northern Ireland, and he was just a really nice, endearing chap, funny. We had good banter, and actually really giving as well in terms of conversation. And I introduced him to a colleague of mine whose mum was is a big Eamon Holmes fan, and he filmed a video for her.
Oh, did he?
Which was his idea. He completely said, "Oh, let me do a video for it," and that was great. That was really good fun.
That's nice.
But it's I suppose a bit of a weird hobby to have.
Well, no, it's good fun, isn't it? It's nice to go. I mean, you're probably nervous going up to them and think they say, but they're nice people. You mentioned Suggs, and I remember you talked about the album, because I remember when. I think it was it Madness? Absolutely. I think it came out in 1980, and I was at primary school then, and Baggy Trousers came out, and it was so you could really compare to your own life at school. The timing was perfect. But I think before Baggy Trousers came out, it was You're an Embarrassment. I think that came out before Baggy Trousers. So I got that, and then I bought the album, and they're all in front of that tube station on the cover, aren't they? And there's a geezer in the middle with his big baggy trousers.
Yeah, I can picture that now.
Yeah. What a great memory. Yeah. Back to school. So just wrapping up things. With just a few more questions, Neil. Like you mentioned about the staff and the growth within the business. Are there other key people within the business that you think are going to excel a bit more? Are you looking to get more sort of different people within the business? Or
I mean, we've got
divisions.
We've got plans to grow this year. As I said earlier, strength in depth is where we're at with that. We've got ideas as to how we can create a better service for our clients and candidates, which is a complete forefront of everything that we do. So in order to deliver that brilliant service, we really have embraced the use of AI and outsourcing different bits and bobs. I think where AI is concerned, there's a lot of people that are pretty afraid of, oh my goodness, it's going to take lots of jobs. And actually, yes, that's true to an extent. Or it's estimated that AI will take away 70 million jobs.
Is it?
However, it's also estimated that it's going to give us an additional 130 million jobs.
Right. Okay.
So it's not something to be afraid of. And actually, the way that I would view it is that if you refuse to
embrace it,
get involved and embrace it, then it would be the same as years ago, around about the millennium, if you'd refused to get involved with the internet, and you didn't want a website. So it's on the same vein as that. You need to get involved with this stuff early on, and what we've done with our business is it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting. You cannot rely solely on AI, and we really operate completely with the personal touch. We operate with face-to-face video interviews. We supply videos to our clients where possible alongside the CV that we send. And we thoroughly interview all of our candidates on video. So all of that will remain, but the AI and the outsourcing can start the processes off for us and do a lot of that heavy lifting at the beginning of the process, and take care of a lot of the time-consuming sort of duties that we might do on a daily basis, which then frees up our time to be able to get out and see our clients and really build those relationships.
Yeah. I was at a meeting last week and people talking about AI, and actually a couple of copywriters said that you've got to be really careful because there are some examples in there that make it obviously AI. For instance, there might be American phrasing in there. There might be a certain hyphen that looks like it's used AI or stuff like that. So I think it's there, but there's just a little bit that's not quite there yet to complete use.
Yeah, agreed. And I think in the schools and universities, they're developing all sorts of software to work out if the students have used AI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
to write a whole
because the if we take ChatGPT, which is the one that everyone knows, the common one that everyone knows, if we take that, the what you put into ChatGPT, it's all about the original prompt that you give it, and you can give it a prompt that can say, write me an essay in the style of a 13-year-old with the amount of words, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So it is all about the prompt that you put in. But as I say, I think that the sophistication of the software to catch the students who are doing that is just going to improve more and more over time.
Yeah, it's like what you were saying earlier about the internet. It's developed so much, isn't it? So, and I'm sure the same thing will happen with AI. A little push about the Tunbridge Wells Business Show, which you are exhibiting at. Thank you very much, and also you're sponsoring part of it. You really like to support local businesses. Obviously, TM recruits. You recruit within this area. So, just a little bit of, if you could just give us a little bit about what you think the benefit of the show will be and why you're exhibiting there. Put you on the spot there.
Yeah, completely. No, good. I mean, we're TN Recruits. It's based on the TN postcode, right? The centre of the TN postcode, TM1, is Tunbridge Wells. Yeah. Why would we not be in the Tunbridge Wells Business Show? Yeah. It would be crazy. When we're going to see lots of our clients in place, and it'll allow us opportunity for networking and to maintain that face-to-face contact, and to almost be colleagues on the day rather than be you're our client, we're your supplier. And actually there'll be a lot of our suppliers there which we can also build in the same way. So completely excited by that, and well done for getting that up and running.
Thanks, mate. I really appreciate that. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great day for everyone involved. So thanks, Neil. That's been a really great interview, and lovely to see you again and hear all your stories. They're always inspirational, and I'm really proud of what you've done with your business, because we've worked alongside it for the last 9 years, haven't we?
Yeah, thanks, Neil. Likewise, we're almost grown-ups now.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. So if anyone wants any information about recruitment, or if they've got any candidates they want to place, or if they've got any jobs they want to put out there, then TM Recruits, all Neil's details are on the Brilliant Businesses website, or they'll be underneath this podcast, and you can go to Neil's website as well. And he said popcast then, because we've been talking pop music. Thanks, Neil. Good to see you again. We'll see you for another podcast soon. Thanks.
Thanks, Nick.
Cheers, mate.